Seemingly never-ending battle for Sirte. It's been on, it's been off, they've been waiting. Well, it looks like now the inexperienced fighters loyal to the new government are going ahead with the fight. They are struggling to defeat some seasoned troops loyal to the former leader Muammar Gaddafi, and also the fate of thousands of civilians trapped inside Sirte remains in the balance. Senior international correspondent Nick Robertson joins me now from Sirte with the very latest. Is the battle still underway? What's been happening, Nick?
Michael, we're still here in Tripoli at the moment, and what we're being told by field commanders on the front line in Sirte is that this is the biggest operation offensive that they've launched here. They've had several, one notably a couple of weeks ago. They appear and say they're making some significant gains. It began early in the morning. Hundreds of fighters, they say, from the east and the west of the city. The first time they say that they've had better communications and better coordinated military action. They've been using rocket-propelled grenades, tank fire to move into the city. But what they are saying right now is that they've had a number of killed and a number of wounded. They say that's on both sides. But they say Gaddafi's loyalists have been putting up a very stiff resistance. Indeed, they say around one of the hospitals in the city, the Ibn Sina hospital, they say that Gaddafi's forces are on top of some of the high buildings there and are able to fire down snipers, rocket-repelled grenades on the National Transitional Council fighters. When we've heard this before, it has generally meant later in the day that although gains are made during the day, the rebel fighters, if you will, later have to pull back. They're saying at the moment they now control about 50% of the city, but the real test is going to be by nightfall, do they have to pull back or can they actually hold that ground? That seems to be the situation at the moment, Michael.
And Nick, what's your take on those inside Sirte? Pretty much the whole country is now controlled by the NTC. Why is it you think that there is such a desperate fight by those inside Sirte to hold on?
Well, I think what we've seen, by and large, over the last few months as Gaddafi's hold on the country waned, fell, and now you have these tiny pockets of resistance in the city of Sirte and in the town of Bani Walid, is that those loyalists who are loyal to Gaddafi have listened to his messages, believe the propaganda that when he was in power, that his government machine was pumping out, and subsequently his audio messages. They believe that, and they believe that if they give up to the National Transitional Council, that there will be a violent retribution against them, and that their only course of action is to hold on and continue fighting. So they're sort of believing and buying the Gaddafi regime propaganda. They're not getting the message from the National Transitional Council that people not involved in the fighting can be free to leave. Some are leaving, others, of course, some of those leaving saying there are others in the city who are just too afraid, don't have the fuel to put in their vehicles to get out of the city. So it does seem to be a combination of those things. But buying the Gaddafi propaganda seems to be the reason they're holding out for the fight as long as it's going on, Michael.
Yeah, extraordinary. Nick, thanks so much. Nick Robertson there reporting from Tripoli. Thanks.